Pasta with olive oil, garlic, and tomatoes. Today I'm making a simple pasta dinner. It's kind of a variation on pasta aglio e olio, which is Italian for garlic and oil. I add tomatoes and a little white wine to make a light and simple pasta dinner for two. These are the ingredients that you'll need. You're going to need your favorite pasta. I like thin pasta, so I'm using capelli d'angelo, and make sure you have enough for two because the sauce is good for 2 servings. You'll need your favorite olive oil. I have 3 tablespoons, that's 45 milliliters, 3 garlic cloves, a generous splash of white wine, and that's optional. I just like it for the flavor. You're also going to need some canned tomatoes. I have my home canned tomatoes here. I have 1 pint that comes to 2 cups or 500 milliliters. And in the summer when tomatoes don't cost an arm and a leg, I use 2 to 3 fresh tomatoes. So if you have fresh tomatoes, this is going to work as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prepare our garlic. I've got my 3 cloves. I'm squishing it down because when you squish down the garlic, it helps to release the skins and they come off much easier. So there's the first one. I'll squish this one. Just pops right off. See? Very easy. And I've mentioned this in other videos. This works well with old garlic. And by old garlic, I mean what you get at the grocery store. If you've grown your own garlic, then you already know that you need a little more elbow grease to skin them. All right, so I'm just going to chop the little ends off. And I'm going to chop up my garlic as small as I can. If you have a mincer, you could probably mince your garlic. Try to get it a little smaller than that. And just, most of you may know this already, I'll give you a little tip. When you're doing this, when you're chopping your garlic, keep the tip of your blade on your board and just use the middle of the blade. The tip of your blade will kind of guide you so you don't have to go chop, chop, chop like that. All right, I think the garlic is good to go. Over medium-low heat, you want to heat your oil in a pan that's going to be large enough to fit your pasta, because we're going to add the pasta to the sauce after. My oil is heating up, so I'm going to add my garlic. The oil is hot, so I'm going to leave my garlic sautéing in my olive oil for about 3 minutes. Now don't let the oil get too hot or it'll burn your garlic. So just keep an eye on it. Make sure you have that on medium-low. We're just sautéing and oh, I can smell it already. If you're using white wine, now's the time to toss it in. Give that a little stir. And at this point, you can turn the heat up to medium-high. Okay, and now we're going to put our tomatoes into the mix with the juice, because we want to bring this all to a simmer. Now, if you have large pieces of tomato, you can cut them up with your wooden spoon. Oh, this one's a slippery little fella. There, I got him. It smells so good already. This recipe is so simple, but it has beautiful flavor combinations. I just love it. I was trying to figure out how I was going to title this video because I like to make pasta aglio e olio, which is Italian for pasta with garlic and olive oil, but I don't make it the traditional way. They use pepper flakes, and I don't like spicy things, and I like tomatoes a lot, so I thought, okay, how about aglio olio pomodoro? But then I was overthinking. I'm not Italian. So how about just pasta with garlic, olive oil, and tomatoes? There we go. Easy peasy. Simple title. You know what you're getting. All right, I'm going to bring that to a simmer. And I'm going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes. I've got a nice simmer going. And like I said, I'm going to leave it for about 15 minutes. And the reason we're simmering is because we want it to thicken up a little bit. We want some of that liquid to evaporate off. So depending how you like your sauce, if you like it thicker, then you might want to let it simmer longer. If you like it a little more runny like I do, then you might want to let it simmer a little less than 15 minutes. I always say just take the basic recipe and do what you want. It also depends how high your simmer is, right? So check it once in a while and see. If it's the consistency that you like, then it's ready. The sauce will take about 20 minutes, so depending on how long you cook your pasta, you might want to start your water boiling now. Now here is a question for you. Do you salt your pasta water? To salt or not to salt? That is the question. I'm pulling out my Shakespeare here. I salt my water. Now, if you look up the reasons why you need to salt your pasta water, you'll hear things like it reduces the stickiness of the pasta. It helps the sauce to stick to the noodle. For me, it's just all about flavor. I think it flavors the pasta very well. And I do actually make my own pasta now and then, but normally I buy it at the store. So it comes in a box. And boxed pasta, if you ask me, sometimes tastes like cardboard depending on the brand. So salting it just gives it a little bit of extra flavor. If your sauce has reached the consistency that you like, but you're still waiting on your pasta, then what I suggest is that you just turn it to a very low setting and put a cover on it. Just let it continue to simmer on a very, very low heat. But with the cover on, you're not going to have it evaporating anymore, so you're not going to lose any more of that liquid. After your sauce has cooked, what I suggest is that you taste it. Just take a little bit and taste it. That way you know if you need to season it or not. Now, for me, I know I need to season it a little bit with salt. So I'm just going to put a little bit of salt in there. You could add salt, you could add pepper, you could add red pepper flakes, you could add herbs. Just have fun with this sauce. Anything you might think will make it especially yummy for you, then add it. When your pasta is cooked and drained, just add it to your sauce, toss well, and you're ready to serve. Dinner is served. Wasn't that easy? This is one of my favorite meals when I'm in a hurry or just too busy to plan dinner. I'm having this tonight with my homemade focaccia bread. Ooh, it's going to be good. I'll leave a link for my focaccia bread recipe in the description for you below. I hope you enjoyed this video, my friends, and if you did, please leave me a like and do comment. I love your comments and I reply to all of them. And don't forget to subscribe for more home cooking and share this recipe with anyone you think might enjoy it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time on Rain's Kitchen and Garden. Bon appetit!